Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me giving you a rundown of the products that I have in my travel bag. So these are things that I know work well for me, things that I've been enjoying that coming up we are actually going to visit my fiance's parents. So these are the things that I'm going to bring with me when I go. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I actually just have the whole bag right here, and it's not very big. Like, it's a small bag that I can fit everything that I really need in here for, you know, an everyday makeup look. I'm assuming that this is just kind of like an everyday sort of makeup look that you're going to be doing on whatever trip you're on. So this isn't accounting for like, if you know you're going somewhere where you're going to want to do a smoky eye and you're going to want to have this lipstick and do this, and like if there's special events, that's one thing, but this is something that I would travel with just on like a regular basis. Nothing too crazy in here, but let's go ahead and dive into this travel bag. So to start out, for primer, I actually would just use my moisturizer, especially when you're traveling. Like, you don't want to lug around a bunch of extra stuff. So I find that using a moisturizer is just fine for a primer. A lot of times primer isn't totally necessary. I do enjoy the Milk Hydro Grip primer. I would say currently that's probably my favorite primer, just because I do find that it does create that nice sticky base, but I would just go in with my normal moisturizer as my primer. And then for foundation, I always like to bring the Believe Beauty foundation. I've talked about this before in one of my favorites videos. It's just a really pretty foundation, and it's from the dollar store. And it's $5. And I'm pretty sure I made a big deal about that when I put this in my favorites video, but there it is. It has really good coverage. It's super like natural looking on the skin, and I really enjoy this, and I know that it works well. So I like to bring products that I trust and know are gonna work well on me. So that is the first one, is that foundation. And this is actually in the shade Porcelain. Okay, and then for concealer, I actually threw in my bag, because this is the concealer that I've been reaching for ever since the day that I bought it. It's the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. This is part of their Healthy Skin line. I think that this concealer is so nice, and it's also a really nice tone. I find that sometimes concealers can be a little bit too warm tone for me, and I'm just like very neutral when it comes to my undertones. So I really enjoy this one, and it's super hydrating. You can kind of see there that it definitely has a neutral undertone, and even in the package it almost looks a little bit gray, which honestly I kind of like for concealer. So I really like this one, and that's why I would put it in my travel bag. I think that also this is like really creamy and super easy to blend in. Like, if I didn't even want to put on foundation, I could just pop a little bit of this on and call it a day. So I've really been enjoying this. This is in the shade Ivory Light 01. So then after that, for powder, I have been trying out like not powdering my face completely, and I've really been liking how it's looking. I did not powder my face today, except for a little bit under my eyes. And honestly, I used this little brush that's actually for eyeshadow, and just really put it right in here and just down the sides of the nose. That's pretty much it. And like right here in that part of the nose, because that's where I get oily. But other than that, like, I can get a nice finish and I don't need to set my whole face. But I did include a powder in here because I would probably want one. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in the shade 100. So that's that here. Obviously I've hit pan pretty hard on it. It's just a really nice powder. It has nice coverage. It does give you a little bit of color. This is the shade translucent, but I do find that it does give a little bit of brightness. It's not totally translucent, but I really like this one. Obviously, I think this is like the second or third one I've owned, and I trust this powder, so this is something I would want to bring with me in my travel bag. Then for bronzer, this is actually new to my collection, but I have been using it every single day since I got it, and I've really been into cream products lately. So, and like I said, I haven't been setting my foundation, and I think that it looks really nice and really natural and just like glowy overall. So I popped in the Fenty Beauty Cream bronzer. This is in the shade Butter Biscuit. There she is there. And it's just a really beautiful, creamy, super creamy bronzer. And you can kind of see it there. It's not super like dark or anything, which is what I like because you can build it up. Or you can keep it a little bit light. I think this would also be beautiful even if you weren't wearing foundation. Just plop a little concealer, a little bit of this, maybe a cream blush and call it a day. But I think that this would be great to have in a travel bag, especially because you can't break creams. So if you like drop it, it's not gonna shatter like, you know, a powder product would. So that's kind of why I like having this in my travel bag, because I know that it's not gonna shatter if it gets kind of like moved around in my bag, if that makes sense. So I have this in my travel bag. Okay, so next for blush, keeping with the theme of cream products, I have the Honest Beauty blush in the shade Peony Pink. This is what it looks like on the outside. And then this is what it looks like on the inside. It's just like a really beautiful pinky shade. These cream blushes are so beautiful and they're so easy to just like build up. The nice thing about these is they work really well over powders. I know some cream products that I have don't work as well over top of powders, but this does a really good job over powder and just over foundation. I have it on my cheeks today. I have it on super lightly because I just did like an easy, like quick kind of makeup look, but I have it on my cheeks in the coral shade that I own, and this shade is the Peony Pink one. I think this one's just a little bit more universal, so that's why I have this in my makeup bag. I also bought another shade of this on Ulta the other day in the shade, I think it was Rose Pink. I just really love those cream blushes, and I think they're beautiful, and I think they would work well on so many different skin types, and I think it's a nice like segue into cream blush. So if you're looking for a cream blush to try, I would highly recommend the Honest Beauty one. And again, that's why I would have that in my travel bag. So for highlight, I actually have the Believe Beauty highlight. This is in the shade Champagne Kiss. Honestly, you guys, I don't know how they do this at the drugstore for under $5. I think this was like $4. This is such a beautiful highlight, non-glittery. It also looks way more golden than it goes on the face. So there it is on my hand. Maybe I'll put a little bit on my face if I get my brush out, just so you can see what it looks like. So I'll just dip in, just add. You can see immediately how beautiful that looks. And it's got no, like when I look straight forward, there's no like cast on my cheek, which is what I look for. So you can see that that added. I mean, obviously I was wearing highlighter, but that definitely added like a nice golden glow to my face. And it's just so pretty. I just really think that it's just so nice. And I love the golden undertone in this. It's really hard for me to find highlighters like this that have a golden undertone that don't look too dark on my skin tone. So like I said before, if I look straight forward, you can't see where it is. But when I turn to the side, you can see that nice sheen on my cheek, which I really, really enjoy. Again, this is the shade Champagne Kiss. Then for brows, I have a pencil and a brow gel. So for my brow pencil, I would have precisely my brow pencil from Benefit. This is in the shade 3.5. It's just this like teeny tiny tip. And I just love this one. There's the Maybelline Ultra Slim, I think it's called. Yeah, Ultra Slim Brow. That's another really good one. And that one's from the drugstore. This one I just find myself reaching for more often because I just really like it. The shade is perfect. It's just a great eyebrow pencil. So that's why I would have it in my travel bag. I just trust it. It's good. It'll go with any look. Love it, love it, love it. Then the brow gel that I would have is the Glossier Boy Brow. I've really been into this more like fluffy brow look lately, and this really helps me achieve that. This is the clear shade. So you just brush it through your brows, and it really is almost like a pomade to kind of help like flick your brow hairs up and make them look nice and like full, and that's what I really like. And I also like this because this is something that I feel like I could wear even when I didn't feel like doing my brows. Like if I just popped on some mascara and a little bit of lip gloss and this little right through the brows, that would be good for like an easy day, no makeup kind of day on a trip. So definitely would have the Glossier Boy Brow in my travel bag. Then for mascara, this mascara first of all, I'm wearing it today. It lengthens, it makes my lashes look full. I already have like pretty long lashes, but this just looks so pretty. It makes my eyes look super wide and I just really love it. And this is the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. It's just such a beautiful mascara. It has the like silicone-y type bristles, so it's not a brush like a lot of mascaras are, but this is just such a beautiful mascara. It will give you length, it will give you lift, it will give you volume. It's not gonna smudge, it's not gonna flake all day, so that's why I like this one too, because I know I can trust that like even if I don't set my face, my lower lash mascara is not going to get on my face. It's going to stay. I also have issues with, because my lashes are pretty curly, a lot of the times if I like open my eyes all the way up, and my eyes are hooded, so if I open my eyes all the way up and my eyelashes kind of touch up here, a lot of times my mascara will rub off on my brow bone. So I really like this one for that too, because I know it's not going to smudge or flake. I'm not going to have to do any touch-ups. Again, when you're on a trip, you're going somewhere, you don't want to have to worry about touching up your mascara. So that's why I really love this one and trust this one for sure. Then for lips, I actually have 3 products here. I just find that lips, I typically need a couple of extra products, especially when traveling, because I don't know what I'm going to want to use. So I have a lip liner here. This is what I'm wearing today. It's the Backseat Love lip liner from Morphe. I just love this color. I think it's like a really nice nude. And even if I'm just throwing on a lip gloss, if I put on foundation, I just tend to get foundation all over my lips. So I like to put this on just to even line the top, just to make sure there's a little bit of definition. So I really like this for that purpose. And then for lip color, I also grabbed just a lipstick. This is one of the Maybelline ColorSensationals in the shade Flush Punch. And this is it right here. This actually was recommended to me from watching Jessica Braun. She showed this lipstick and I was like, that's my perfect shade. So I bought it and it is beautiful. You can see right here, this would be like such a perfect nude color. You wouldn't have to throw a gloss over top of this, but this would also be a really good everyday color. And then the other lip product I have is the new Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I have been wearing this every day. Like if I do my makeup, I'm wearing this. Like hands down I am. And I'm wearing it right now and it is just so pretty. I got the clear shade. It does have like glitter in it. This is in the shade Pearl. I just think that it is so pretty and reflective. Like look how pretty that looks. And this looks so nice over just like natural lips too, without the lip liner and all that kind of stuff, for again, like a day where you're just throwing on mascara and a lip gloss. And I just really love it. I love the way that it feels. It's super smooth, and even when it wears off, my lips still feel hydrated, which I really like about this. So good. So, so good. Highly recommend, and obviously in my travel bag. So then the last step, or I guess the last 2 steps that I would have in my travel bag are, first let's talk about setting spray. I really enjoy the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Spray. You've seen me use this quite a few times. I just think that this is a nice, refreshing spray. I don't necessarily feel like I need to use setting spray every single day, especially when I'm on like a trip or something where I just maybe throw on mascara or something like that. But I would probably bring this along just to make sure, should I need it, I would have it. And then finally for eyeshadow, honestly, I would probably use like a bronzer or something, because that's just easy, or just honestly the cream blush in my eyelid. But just in case, I would bring my Colourpop Sweet Talk palette. This one is just so nice for everyday and just easy eyeshadow looks. There's so many neutrals in here, like this brown I use all the time, and this like pinky brown kind of shade, and also this shade. I just use those all the time just to make an easy look. You've got a couple of shimmers in there, in case that's what you want to do. You could just throw this little Super Shock shadow all over your lid and call it a day. Like, I just think that this is the perfect palette to bring, and it's super like compact. It's not too big. Literally it fits right in my little bag that was in there when I showed you this bag. So I really like that to put in my travel bag. And again, since it's compact, it doesn't have a mirror in it, so it's a lot lighter than other palettes that I have. That's why I really enjoy that one. With that, that completes this video. This was kind of a quick one. And I just kind of wanted to film something that kind of showed you like the products that I would use if I weren't here, things I would want to be taking with me, because then that kind of gives you an idea of the products that I'm really enjoying and things that I can't live without. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I upload videos twice a week, so if you hit that notification bell, you will know every time I upload a video. Also, comment down below if you're planning on taking any sort of like road trips or like little staycations or anything this summer, especially with all the things that are going on. So make sure you take some time for yourself, and even if it's a staycation, just enjoy this time that you can spend with the people that live in your house. It's kind of nice to take a moment to slow down and just enjoy the people that we're with. So just want to remind you to do that. And with that, we will end today's video. I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.